keeps you lift me up.
Welcome to this YouTube video, and I think this is the video you've all been waiting for. The championship predictions. They're here again. It's the 2nd of August, and yeah, as I said, they come out at 6 o'clock now. We're out at 6 o'clock right now. Obviously, no, it's like 10 for me, but we're just making the video now. So we've done all that. We've worked out. We've done tier maker, and I'll tell you what our predictions are. Also, what else? Premier League predictions will come again same time next week on Monday at 6 PM, as well as the Premier League starts next week, not this weekend, coming the one after. So that's what we're going to do today, the week that the Championship starts, and then the week that the Premier League starts. This way we get as much Championship transfers that we can get, and as much rumours as we can get without the season starting, and with enough time for you to watch the video, because I need at least 3 days for people to be able to watch the video, really. Because last year I made a massive mistake, and I think I did it like early July, and there was so many transfers that happened that buggered me over. But yeah, without further ado, let's start. So, obviously you can see everything here. I'm going to tell you the exact position, and I'm going to go on a bit about it and why. So if you can see everything you see here, I can see that too. So starting off with 24th place, not 20th. 24th place is Derby County for me. I think they'll just struggle to field a team. I think if they do, they'll field youngsters. I think along the way, they will probably, pick up some sort of 12-point deduction for it. And I think that will probably happen. I think they'll finish there anyway I think they'll definitely get relegated anyway without the deduction because of the player situation. But yeah, I think they will have a 12-point deduction anyway, and I think they will finish bottom of the table. So they only just stayed up last season, I think, unless in these next few days or this next month, between September, they pull in a load of players. I doubt they can with their funding situation. I do think they will get relegated and finish 24th. In 23rd, I'm going for Huddersfield. I think they'll struggle. I really do. I think they'll struggle. I think they'll really struggle. I think they'll start to get beat by a load of teams. They didn't do too well finishing the most. I think they finished around 20th last season, something like that, around there. I think they'll just really struggle. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think they'll just really struggle. I don't think they'll be able to get going. I think the teams will just, not comfortably, but they'll compete for draws, but I don't think they'll pick up enough wins for me to stay up. But moving on to 22nd, to the last relegation spot. This has been really difficult to choose between either Bristol or Peterborough. Bristol had an alright finish last season. They finished 19th, between 19th and 17th, I believe. So it wasn't the best finish, but it wasn't too bad. But I just feel with West Brom, Fulham and Sheffield United back in the league, and QPR doing how they're doing in pre-season, Blackburn are doing really well, I think they will just slip into the relegation thing. But, well, I think they'll just slip into the relegation zone. I think Peterborough will stay up on the last day, to be honest. I think if we take Clark Harris, West Brom by Clark Harris or Peterborough, I think it could be a completely different situation, but I don't know whether that's going to happen. There's been rumours about it. But with Peterborough keeping Clark Harris, if they do manage to keep him in their team, I think they could stay up, and I think Bristol City will struggle. So that's my thoughts on the relegation. Moving to mid-table, I'm just finishing just above the relegation zone. I'd say Birmingham City to finish 19th, I think. Yeah, no, I've said Peterborough to finish 20th. Oh no, 21st, and then I'm saying for Birmingham to finish 20th. I think, actually no, I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to say Hull City to finish 20th. I think they'll have a good season. I think they'll stay up comfortably, but they will at some point get dragged into some sort of battle. But I don't think it will last very long. I think it'll only be at the early stages of the season. I think they'll build themselves away and push themselves away from the relegation zone, fighting their way and staying at a comfortable 20th spot. Moving on from there, I'm going to go with I think I'm going to choose Stoke City for 19th. They haven't made any signings really. Their team's aging a bit now. Yeah, I think they'll struggle. But I don't think they'll go down whatsoever. I think they'll just have a comfortable 19th finish. Yeah, 19th finish. So that's all I can really say about Stoke. In 18th, I think I'm going to go with 18th place. I think I'm going to go with a Millwall. I generally think. Actually, I'm going to go with Coventry City. I think in 18th place we'll have Coventry City. I think they'll do better than last season because I think they finished just above the relegation zone. But yeah, something like that. But I think they'll finish 18th. I think they'll do pretty decent. I think they'll comfortably stay above the relegation zone. I don't think they'll be dragged into a relegation battle after 6 games. I don't think they'll be anywhere near there after 6 games. I think they'll do quite well. I could see them maybe pushing for playoffs if they really want to, if they really go for it, but I can't see that Coventry will be a near miss at all. Moving on to 17th. I think, was that 17th? No, because Peterborough was 21st. Hull City's 20th. Millwall is... No, it's not. Stoke's 19th. 18th is Hull. No, 19th is Hull. 18th is Stoke. 17th is Coventry City. So, moving on to 16th, I'm going to go with Millwall. I think they'll just really struggle, to be honest. They were helped against the Hall from West Brom last season, scoring a couple of goals and a couple of assists. But I think they'll just struggle again. And I don't think they'll have the pizzazz enough to, push for playoffs this season or even near miss on them. I think they'll comfortably finish 17th, very easy. No, 16th, sorry. I think they'll comfortably finish 16th. I've probably missed a place. No, me, I probably have. But yeah, 16th, I'm going to win Millwall. I think they'll have a very comfortable mid-table finish. And yeah, so they'll have a decent season, but I think they'll just finish 16th. In 15th, I'm going for Luton Town. I think they'll have a decent season. I don't think they'll be able to push too high. As you know, no, 15th Nottingham Forest. I keep changing my mind, but 15th Nottingham Forest. I think they've lost Matty Cash. They've lost so many players over the couple of seasons. They lost a couple of players over the couple of seasons. So I just don't think they'll do too well. I think they'll just finish a solid 15th. And yes, that's kind of what I sound Nottingham. I don't think they'll do too well. I think I'll just have a good kind of mid-table-ish finish. On to 14th, I'm going to go with... Now I am going to go with Luton Town. So I think they'll finish there. I think they won't have as good a season last season, but I think they will do good enough to stay up very much and have a very average mid-table finish. And then they'll have a decent season. They won't lose too many games, but I think they'll draw loads. And I don't think they'll win enough to get playoffs this season. They missed out on it last season. I think they'll miss out on it again by more of a bigger gap, really. I think they finished similar position last season. But moving on to the next team, which I believe we are moving on to 12th. In 12th place for me, I'm going to put Preston. I think they'll have a decent season. I don't think they'll be able to push for playoffs, but I think they'll have a decent, solid season. They might look like they're getting playoffs, but I think they'll drop off after a bit, lose a bit of momentum. But yeah, I think they'll have a solid 12th place finish. I think they'll have a very, very good season, but not too good. But yeah, a solid 12th place finish. In 11th place, I'm going to go with Birmingham City, I think. Yeah. In 11th, I'm going to go with Birmingham City. I think they'll have a good season. Not good enough, but I think they'll finish 11th. So from a West Brom fan, it's difficult to talk good about them, but Ivan Sanchez looks a good player. So no, he's just battered them 4-0. But I think Ivan Sanchez will do well for them. I think they'll have a better season than usual for their usual championship kind of season. I think they'll finish 11th, a lot higher than they did last season. Obviously, as I say, Ivan Sanchez and Bella, I think they'll do very well. Trying to set up Ukowitz and their very, very physical striker, Aneke. Moving on to 10th. I think... have I said Reading yet? No, I haven't. 10th, yeah, Reading. They're going to be my 10th place team. They did nearly miss out on playoffs last season. I think they'll miss out by probably about 12 points, I think, around that margin. So I don't think they'll miss out on it massively, but they will still miss out by a decent amount. 12, maybe 16 points, something like that. But yeah, I think they'll miss out on playoffs again, but they won't struggle. They'll have a very good 10th place finish. Moving to the higher end of the table now, so into the top 10. Obviously, I know Reading are in there. Let me just double check I've done the right amount of teams. So 1, 2, 3, well, if I count down from 10, so 10, 9, well, 10, how many teams have we done? 14 teams anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, we're missing out a team. I have no clue which one I think we're missing out Hull, maybe. Are we missing out Hull? I really don't know what team we're missing out, to be honest. So there's the 4 there at the bottom, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're missing out a team. Oh no, we missed out a team here. I think we've missed out Hull. Obviously, and I've probably missed out a team, but I think Hull finished lower down the mid-table. Whoever I haven't mentioned, it's probably because I think I've already said them. But whoever I have missed, I'm very sorry. I think they'll finish lower mid-table. I think I've missed out on Hull. I think I'm pretty sure I've mentioned every other team. I know I have. Yeah, unless we just buggered up on the things. Next in the table. So apparently that was 11th. Okay. But yeah, so obviously all my positions will be altered now by about a position, but you know what I mean. Oh, this video's a mess, man. But yeah, moving on to 10th place now, so the top 10. I think... How's that? I think in 10th place, I'm going to go for... Oh, out of Middlesbrough, Cardiff, Bournemouth, Swansea. I'm going to go with Swansea to finish 10th. I think they'll miss out by about at least 12 points on playoffs. It's about 4 wins-ish. I think they'll just miss out. I don't think they'll have a good season as last season. I think they'll struggle a bit. New manager, yeah, but I just don't see Swansea doing that good, to be honest. They don't tend to do well when West Brom are in the Championship, to be honest. They've never made playoffs when West Brom were in the Championship. But yeah, that's how I see Swansea finishing, really. I just don't think they'll do it. In 9th place, I'm going to go with... I'm going to go with Middlesbrough. 9th place, I'm going to go with Middlesbrough. A high finish for them. I don't think they'll get past. I think they'll probably miss on about 9 points, maybe 10. But yeah, I think they'll finish 9th. I think I'll not nearly miss out on it. Near miss, not really. But yeah, look, a decent... Yeah. They'll miss out on playoffs, unfortunately, but I think they'll do decent. Yeah, I think they'll have a solid 9th finish with the players they've got, and they do deserve to have a good season. And best of luck for Middlesbrough. So on to... I don't know why that keeps happening. Well, because my phone's vibrating, possibly. I have no clue why that is. But yeah, so I think just a 9th. So in 8th place, I'm going to go for Cardiff City. I think they'll do well, but I don't think they'll get playoffs. I think they'll miss out on marginally by about 3 points or something silly. And I think similarly with Bournemouth, I think Bournemouth will miss out on either goal difference or a couple, like 3 or less points. But yeah, I think Bournemouth and Cardiff will miss out. Obviously, Bournemouth being 7th, Cardiff being 8th, I think they'll nearly miss out on it. I think Bournemouth they just haven't shown enough pizzazz last season. I was shocked they actually made playoffs. I think they just don't have the team to do it. They don't look good enough, in my opinion. Neither do Cardiff. Cardiff don't seem to have the pizzazz that I think they need to get the playoffs, to be honest. I think they have a very good team to finish high place in the Championship, just not in the playoffs or the automatics. Right, on to the playoffs, the more entertaining top of the table. We're into the top 6 now. Finishing in 6th place, I'm going to go with Barnsley. I think Barnsley will get playoffs again, and I don't I don't see them struggling at all this year. I think they'll go again and try and get to 6th. I think they'll finish 6th. Yes, they lost to a player, to West Brom and their manager, but I still think they'll get a good 6th finish. They'll scrape playoffs away from Bournemouth and Cardiff, I think. If I'm wrong, I think Cardiff Bournemouth will take off Barnsley, to be honest, but it'll be those three that will battle for that 6th place, really. But yeah, I think Barnsley will still have a very solid season. On to 5th place, I believe Blackburn. I think Blackburn will finish 5th. I think they will get playoffs. I think they've been very unlucky the past few seasons. The way they play, it's not a boring. They've got a lot of talent in their team. Bradley Dack, he's Blackburn. Just forget him, but yeah, they've got a lot of talent in their team. So I don't see why they don't get the playoffs. 5th place for me. On to 4th place, the top 4 now. In 4th place, I'm going to go for Sheffield United. I think they'll have a solid season. I don't think they'll make top 3. I just think they'll end up losing Aaron Ramsdale. And their players are aging as well. You've got David McGoldrick, Sharp, they're all aging. And I think they'll finish 4th and they'll have a good season. We'll get on to the playoff winners once we've done the usual predictions. But yeah, so I think they will finish a solid 4th place. Right, on to the top 3 now, really, nearly at the best part. I think QPR, this is probably a big shout to say QPR even just getting the playoffs, to be honest, or any higher than 10th. But I see them finishing 3rd. I don't know if you've seen the scorelines in the pre-season, how they've played. They played absolutely fantastic in their playoffs. I think they narrowly missed out on playoffs last season, but I think they'll get 3rd. I think they'll absolutely smash it this season. Hopefully not catching up with Albion, but yeah, I think they'll have a solid 3rd. I think there'll be a gap. I don't think there'll be a massive gap between 2nd and 3rd, but I think QPR will smash the season. They've drawn 3-3 with Leicester and beat Man U 4-2 in pre-season. You can't say that's bad at all. It's not like Man U used a full kid squad either. Matic not exactly what you call youth, and he used Greenwood and so many good players in there. But yeah, so I'm saying they'll have a very, very good season. I think Charlie Austin and Sam Field will do very well. Sam Field, obviously a youngster from Albion, and Austin, a former Baggies player from from the season before, last season. And yeah, I think they'll do very well and finish 3rd. Right, on to 1st and 2nd. I'm not being biased here at all. I'll try my best not to be biased, but I do think Fulham will finish 2nd. They're not going to get Areola this season, so that's why. I think if they'd held on Areola, I would have put West Brom 2nd, really. But with what I've seen against Birmingham, that game really changed my mind, to be honest. That was kind of the make or break for me. So I'm definitely saying that Albion will finish 1st, but Fulham, I think they'll have a very solid season. They'll struggle with Areola to get champions, but I think they'll do very well. They'll get a very solid 2nd place. I think they'll compete with West Brom, but I think there will be at least a 6-point gap by the end of the season. And obviously, I think as that's the only team left, I think West Bromwich Albion will top the Championship. I think if Johnson says we'll run away with the league, it does look like Pereira's going, unfortunately, but I think we'll run away with the league really towards the end of the season. I think we've got a beautiful squad, some of the youth that's come through, Castro, Ethan Ingram, some of the players that just haven't left Villa. I think Johnson and Button's still a great keeper, so I'd rather Johnson start, but Button's a great keeper. And so are the lads coming through. I think we've got a beautiful squad, especially for the Championship, and I think we've got a very good team. I think we'll have very, very high hopes. I think we've got to at least get automatics, but I think we will win the league. And yes, I think that's the end of the predictions. Let me just double check I've included all 24 teams. So, I can't really do a recap because then I'm going to go all through, but in the relegation battle we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we'll move on to the next tiers and so on. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, oh for God's sake. I believe we have missed a team. And I know who it is as well. I know who we've missed. We've missed Blackpool. That was the team we were missing. But yeah, I think Blackpool will get relegated. Yeah, that's my honest opinion. Yes, I see Peterborough and Bristol City now staying up. Blackpool, that was the team we were missing. I think they'll get relegated. I think they'll finish top of the relegation zone or bottom. But yeah, I think my definite relegation people now are Derby, Huddersfield and Blackpool. Those are my 3 relegation teams. So I think we'll end that video there. I think Peterborough and Bristol City, they'll finish above it. So yeah, with that end of a quite lengthy video, nearly 20 minutes. I think it will be 20 minutes by the time I finish speaking. We'll try and cut off this video as quick as possible. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed the Championship predictions, and don't forget, next week it will be the Premier League ones, and I'm sure we shouldn't have missed out a team by then. But yeah, so this is my full predictions, and I'll see you, yeah, I'll carry on talking. So a bit weird us missing out on Bournemouth there. Just a little bit, no, Blackpool, bit weird us missing out on Blackpool, but we got there in the end. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Make sure to smash the like button and the subscribe button, obviously. Be prepared for the Premier League one next week on Monday, 6 PM, same time. I believe that will be on the 9th of August, I believe. And yes, obviously that will come out. And don't forget the West Brom vs Bournemouth. The preview we'll do on Wednesday. So yeah, I can't wait. And I'll see you on Wednesday, guys. Bye.